Good day, ladies and gentlemen. How's the mood? How's the mood? Greetings from Tomsk. All right, super. Super. Hello. Everything is super with you. The mood is on fire. Wonderful, friends. Today we will learn something that is new for some and a bit forgotten for others. But most importantly, it will be 100% useful. So greetings from Chelyabinsk, from the embankments of Chely, from Novosibirsk. Excellent. Excellent. Today we have an exclusive, I must say, training session because it will also be translated into several languages. So don't be alarmed. We will have it accordingly. In English duplicated in the slides. So Tyumen, Novosibirsk, all the forest, great, Chelyabinsk. So, friends, now I will share something with you. Share. Please tell me, can you see the picture? The picture. Please write in the chat. Everything is visible. Wonderful. Different cities and different countries. Excellent. Good. Well, friends, before we start, let me ask you just a moment, if you don't mind, a few questions. Please tell me who is here for the first time at the school today or has joined recently. Maybe not for the first time, but joined recently. Please write a plus sign in the chat. I want to conduct a dizzying experiment. Don't be afraid. It won't be scary. It will be very useful. Dizzily useful. All right, then. Everyone is shy for now. Let's do this. Who is brave? Who is brave? Please write. Who is brave enough to be ready? Milena Polotovskaya. All right. Milena, please tell us. You joined recently because Milena Polotovskaya is already quite a powerful leader with us. But Milena, for example, did you sign up recently?
Good day. I signed up when I came to the presentation in Chelyabinsk, and after that I started studying everything.
Aha, wonderful, good. So, well, it's been a couple of months, roughly speaking, right?
Well, yes, about 4 last months.
Milena, are you okay with being the test subject today?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's go. Please take a piece of paper and a pen, because you'll probably need it.
Okay, good.
Friends. So, Milena, you either have a small team or none at all. Am I remembering correctly?
Yes, at the moment, none at all.
All right, excellent. Good. Now let's go. You're already getting support in the chat.
Yes, I saw. Thank you very much for the support.
Look, have you had moments when you start having meetings with people and people immediately go, oh no, everything's fine with me, I'm not interested, and so on? Has that happened?
Of course, it has happened when you want to simply attract your acquaintances so that they start to progress, strive for better. Well, I mean, people live and are satisfied with everything that's happening to them now, and they don't intend to progress in any way. So yes, of course, that has happened.
And that's very discouraging, am I right?
Absolutely.
Well, you are with them wholeheartedly. Yes, I understand, yes. And they start pretending to be incredibly very serious people.
Yes.
All right. If possible, please turn on the video because they are asking for a video here. I think it's not a big deal.
Well, no, unfortunately, the video won't work.
Great. No. Okay, Milena. Let's clarify this point. Today we will give you a tool which you can use at schools, or rather not at schools, but at meetings. And not only for you, but for everyone present here in the chat. And it will be very useful because it allows you to somewhat overwhelm the opponent, that is, to knock out from under them the ground they considered solid, and start talking on a completely different level of understanding. So, look, Milena, please tell me, why are you building a business?
Why am I building a business? I am building a business so that in the future, I won't need anything and my children won't need anything. That is so I can live freely.
Excellent. But do I understand correctly that not many people have this exact goal?
Well, possibly, yes, I don't read other people's minds, but as for myself, I answered like this and maybe someone else thinks differently. That is, for me personally, working for hire is no longer relevant. I already understand in my mind that I need to strive for something greater. That is, I'm not satisfied with, for example, my salary, and I want to somehow improve myself. And thereby, I came to your company. And how do other people think? I can't answer that question for you because everyone has their own thoughts and worldview about this life.
Thank you very much, Milena. Friends, in the chat, please tell me, here I am. During my time working in the company and over the previous 18 years of interaction with this business, I have identified several main reasons why people come into the business, including in network marketing. So the first point is to try something new for themselves, to see if they feel comfortable or uncomfortable, a sort of small test drive, and so on. There are people who come for additional income. For example, they earn a salary at their job, or they work for themselves, have a small company, their own personal business. But at the same time, it's not enough for them. They want to make additional income. And a very small percentage of people come to build a business and achieve their dreams. Please write in the chat if you agree with this statement. While you are writing in the chat, here is the belief in brevity. Instead of yes, it's da. I agree 100%. Undoubtedly to have income. People are unlikely to think about dreams. I'm not saying everyone. Agree. And now look, what an interesting situation we have. In our case, Milena, what is a person? A partner who wants to specifically build a big business and achieve dreams. Milena, am I understanding correctly? Milena, please turn on your microphone. Testing. I think we are a little overextended. We've overly restricted the ability to enable these. Dear moderator, please add Milena to the organizers, but all organizers are available. Milena, please turn on your microphone. We can't hear you. Or Milena. We lost Milena at the point where you want to build a business and realize your dreams. And Milena is simply in awe of the various opportunities. Apparently, she fainted from admiration. So, let's take a look now.
So I apologize, my presentation just crashed a little. So where did we stop? You were saying that I am a person who
wants to build a business and achieve their dream. It's just not always working out yet.
Yes, exactly.
That is, not to try, not to earn income, and so on. All right, good. Yeah. So, let's move on to the next point. When you are with a person, you communicate And perhaps you even have people already signed up, no? But even if they are not signed up for others have teams. And you need to understand first and foremost which people are a priority for all of you. Please write down who you think from this list could become your key. A person you can rely on, and they will be initiating advice. I think it's logical in principle. But let's look at the answers. So, friends, let's write. Look, why do I always suggest perhaps participating in training? Because everyone is an adult and we simply don't perceive information anymore. There is a well-known scientist. I don't remember the first name, last name Kolb. There is the Kolb method. And he talks about how adults learn in a different format. That is, a simple lecture gives nothing. Practically nothing remains because there is a lot of personal life experience and so on. But if you are involved and together reach some logical connection, then the information is remembered and absorbed, and you can apply it. Therefore, please write, because those who write, their school remembers. And now is the perfect time, Mitsanata, to once again praise Alex from Paraguay, because he is always at all the schools and always participates actively. So, and look, yes, what is the proposal? There is a proposal for everyone, both for those who want to try and those who want additional income. But we are primarily looking for those who want to build a big business, because only together with them can we create something truly big. And now look, Milena, let's have a conversation with you now. What do you dream about? Please tell me, Milena, what kind of apartment do you want?
Well, still, I have an apartment, and it's kind of off the list now.
Wait, there is an apartment, and then an apartment where you want, and the kind of apartment you want.
Ja, welcome, yes. Yes. So look, regarding the apartment, well, probably I would like an apartment or a house. Well, I visualize it somewhere on the edge of the ocean or sea, where it will be peaceful, where there will be silence, where you can absolutely come, detach from everyone, and live for your own pleasure, relax. That is in complete tranquility. As for the renovation,
Wait, how much does this apartment cost?
honestly, I haven't even looked or considered it. So right now, trying to explain somehow. Is it important? I'm improvising.
Friends, make sure to write down your dreams. They might be a little different, but nevertheless, the most important thing is to write them down. Let's see, Milena, you are currently living in Kazakhstan, right?
Yes, yes.
In Kazakhstan, in which city?
Rudny, in the Kostanay region.
Rudne. It's quite a small town. And there, accordingly, you have an apartment that fully meets your needs.
Yes, yes.
And you don't want to move to Almaty or Astana or have an apartment there, or maybe by the shore. I don't remember the name of the city.
Well, I didn't finish. Well, once again, you caught me off guard. And probably even after our conversation, I will think it over and write down this dream and say it to myself.
Look, let's take, well, a simple example. You need an apartment, I think, with at least 3 rooms.
At least that might be a bit much for me.
Well, for one person, yes. But you have a family there, maybe children.
Well, no. I don't have children. I live alone, so
Do you plan to live alone your whole life?
no, of course not. No, of course not. As of today, I don't look 10 years ahead. I live in the moment, enjoying the here and now.
Dear friends, let's do this together. I want to ask the audience a question. Milena is a very young and beautiful girl. In our chat, there are very beautiful girls who are a bit older. Please tell me, and boys too, of all ages, please tell me, have you ever lived for your own pleasure, not thinking about it? Then time passed, nothing changed, you just got older, like in the Ivanushki song. Has it happened, right? So this is a very important point. Milena, you will never be as cool as you are now again. And you will never be as promising as you are now again. Definitely, if we don't plan something for the next few years now, then you might never have it. And this, yes. Why do I say that you have experimental subjects? Now we will dissect you a little, but solely for your own, so to speak, orientation. We will not ask any inappropriate questions. And so it looks like this. So we have Milena Polotovskaya, a professional realtor, saying that it's about $120,000. The apartment you mentioned, which is somewhat secluded, and so on, costs that much. I can say that it depends on where. Well, for example, in Turkey, it's definitely more expensive. In Spain, probably too. Well, if it's closer to the sea, well, can we take $120,000 as a reference?
Yes, of course.
We'll draw $120,000. All right. Renovation. Design in this apartment with appliances, with everything else. How much could it cost? A good minimum 3-room apartment. Well, apparently not in Kazakhstan, because I think we don't have an ocean or sea there.
There's the Caspian Sea, but... Ah, well, okay, on the shore of the Caspian. Yes, let's take it. The Caspian Sea. But again, $120,000 in our tenge, that's about 60 million.
Look, we're not calculating in tenge right now, but in dollars, because we earn in dollars. And plus, this training will be translated into other languages as well, so we're calculating everything in bucks.
All right, all right.
So here's what Baumgartner writes. Come to us, we have 50,000 already, but no sea. Key point, no sea. So 120. Renovate, furnish, modern, beautiful, maybe some minimalism, maybe there, or Art Deco or some Baroque. I don't know what suits you better. Maybe Scandinavian style. Plus appliance, plus fourniture, plus sound. Good there. How much could this cost? What do you think? Haven't looked into it?
What do I think? Well, I don't know.
How do you help?
Honestly, I don't even know the prices.
Yes, because you haven't thought about it yet.
Haven't thought about it yet. I was thinking, so you just caught me off guard. I'm sitting here thinking, so what should I say? I really don't know.
It's all good. It's great that you're thinking about it now.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Moving on. Excellent. What kind of car do we want?
Lexus.
Which one?
SUV, I don't know.
The biggest one. Which one?
Uh-huh.
Lexus 570. The latest. Or how much is it?
508. Or a sports one.
Let's decide.
All right, let it be 570.
570. Friends, tell me, how much in bucks? In Russia, it's really expensive. In Kazakhstan, well, probably, let's say, buy a new Lexus 570 in Kazakhstan.
This Lexus 570 to buy new in Kazakhstan.
I'll write about 15 million. Or maybe not. Or yes. This day is only in Russia, if in rubles like this. Let's see.
Boycott New Zealand from the year 25.
Here. In Almaty from 69 to 89. 89. You can buy a new Lexus SUV.
89 million teng, right? Yes, exactly. Convert to dollars, please. And here is 72 million tenge. Well, let's write that down. Convert to dollars, please.
Okay.
Friends, you are now $150,000.
On $50,000.
Now $50,000. Great. So, Milena, tell me, please, are you ready to travel abroad at least 10 times in your life?
Of course. Of course. Well, I mean, not to the Russian Federation, but around the world. I understand, yes, of course.
How much could it cost? Let's consider for 2 people.
Well, one trip is about 1.5 million, 2 million. In tenge? Yes, that's in tenge, if in dollars. Then it's about $4,000.
$4,000, right? So we add 40,000 just like that. Well, how old are you now?
20.
20 years old? Great. If you are planning to live until the age of 80, then essentially, you will find yourself traveling abroad approximately every 6 years. This means that over the course of your lifetime, you will have the opportunity to experience different cultures and environments multiple times. So, is there any other dream you have? Like, how to say? A dream that inspires you. A dream that inspires you? Well, you know, some people have a cat shelter, for example. Some people, I don't know. There. To go on a round the world trip at least once in a lifetime. Some people, I don't know, to Everest. I want to go on an expedition to Antarctica. Antarctica. All right. Antarctica. How much does it cost?
All right, me Google it right now, and I'll be in the moment like Lex.
Well, just like that. A trip to Antarctica. It's also beautiful to swim in those big red suits, you know, in the water. What's it called? Well, about $11,000. That is 1,000,000 rubles. And in our currency, that's about 6 million. Well, that's $10,000. $10,000. I understand that they're like a Lexus, it's kind of strong, but look. All right. Well, it's like a Lexus. Quite a long time ago, your own yacht and around the world trip. Write it down, write it down. Your numbers might be completely different. So equal excellent, friends. Now, let's add it up. Let's add it up. We have 120,000. 120,000. Can you see it, please? 440. Let me check my calculator once more. It comes to a total of 440. Now let us do 120 plus another 120. This should give us the correct result. I believe this calculation is accurate. Plus plus quartos plus mudit $440,000. So, did you remember this number? Friends, did you remember this number? At first glance, look here. After all, in essence, there's nothing supernatural here. There's no villa in Miami, no Rolls Royce, no personal helicopters, no private yacht. It's a trip once every 6 years.
And once to Antarctica, basically. So essentially, it's just a nice apartment, just a nice car. Not, wow, super premium or anything like that. So this is what is called a solid middle class. Do you agree with this? Please write. Please write. So when you think of a luxurious life, this is definitely not on your list, right? It's really like, it's kind of nice, but Turkish series show it cooler, right? So others and so on. Now let's look. Question. Milena, just please note this.
Milena,
Milena, I apologize. Yes.
no problem.
All right. How much can you save right now?
Well, again, per day or per month?
Per month?
Per month?
Yes. Well, you have some income, right?
Well, of course I do. Well, about a 50,000 tenge. That's in tenge.
In tenge, that's in dollars. How much? Milena, how much is that in dollars?
$300.
You can save $300 every month, right? $40,000 divided by $300 equals 1466 months. The number is large, but we understand that in years it's much less. But I'm good at math, honestly. So 122 years,
Terrible.
122 years. Friends, pay attention, a young girl. Basically, with such reasonable requests, who has everything ahead of her. If she starts saving money right now, meaning she tightens her belt quite a bit, by the age of 142, she'll have a nice car, a nice apartment. She will travel abroad once every 12 years and once to Antarctica. You see? 142 years. So basically, Milena, I want to tell you something. Most likely, if nothing changes, then this is just plain nonsense. Some kind of right?
I understand you, yes.
Exactly. But you want these things, right?
Definitely, definitely. And you want them not in such a long term, but in the coming years. Again, to achieve this in the coming years, you need to work hard.
All right. All right. Here it says that if you want a yacht or a private jet, you'll need more than one lifetime to save up urgently. You need to get into management and work in our company. That's a logical conclusion, and we will get to it now. Only, for me, it's important that... Please tell me, Milena, do you feel a slight disappointment at this point?
Of course, I'm sitting here, with a bit of hysterical laughter. I'm thinking, how is this possible?
Well, if you talk to someone, who thinks they have everything ahead and it's great. In this manner, at this point, they will experience disappointment.
Yes.
It will hit them hard. It will hit, in what sense? In the sense that I live in illusions, and one must bring a person out of illusions with the help of exact sciences. Let's move on. Let's see how much you need to save to achieve this in 5 years.
Let's consider it.
Let's do it for $40,000 divided by 60. This is the number of months in 5 years. $7,300. You need to save so that in 5 years, when you are a vibrant 25-year-old woman, you have a house, you have a car, you fly abroad once every 6 months, and you've already been to the absolutely remarkable Antarctica. How do you feel when you've achieved such an amazing journey and experience? By the age of 25, how would you feel?
How would I feel? Probably light, confident, knowing that I have a foundation in life behind me, that I don't need anything. I am the most self-sufficient girl, living a wonderful life and enjoying it, not like you generally think. Actually, I'll give a little bit of introductory information. Many people take loans, sometimes they take installments. Right now, I work with a large number of people who come like this and can't afford it. Again, they drive themselves into this bondage instead of taking steps to develop themselves. And so probably I would feel great and, I don't know, awesome.
Awesome. Great. Confident in your past, confident in your future. So you stand firmly on your feet and you understand that you are not living in illusions. and you start to wrap things up. If this happens in 5 years, then by the age of 30, you can think about something more serious, right? For example.
Of course, of course. Right now, it's just about meeting basic needs over these years. And later on, think about something bigger.
Great. Milena, I congratulate you. You'll have this in 5 years.
Definitely.
I would say if I believed in fairy tales. Let's take a look. You won't have this in 5 years. But in 5 years from the moment you start saving 7,333 monthly, please tell me, we still need to reach this point with you. Please tell me, how much do you need to earn in order to save 7333?
So, well, 7,300 is about, well, let's round it about 4 million tenge. To save this amount, I need to earn at least around 10 million.
Why can't you earn $8,000 or $9,000 to save 7,300?
Well, I don't know if it will be enough for me. Again, this needs to be for clothes, some things, I mean, some minimal needs, and mostly saving, well, how to distribute this.
Friends, please tell me right in the chat who thinks that if you earn $8,000, you can save $7,300 and manage on $700. Endure for 5 years, and then your whole life will be sweet. Please write. It feels like people are writing from experience. Yura says you need 10. You need to save 7,000. At least he carefully clarifies. And it's good. When income grows, expenses start to grow. Look, I want to tell you a small point. And Milena, it might be clear to you too. You have a principle of a waterman, it seems. But it's very important to understand one simple thing. You don't earn money from your job. You earn as much as you value yourself, and as much as you match that value. Accordingly, a highly paid specialist earning $10,000 won't be able to save $7,000 because he simply won't survive on that. Because a highly paid specialist values themselves at a level where the apartment, well, more precisely, even if it's rented, we consider that we haven't bought it yet, but a rented apartment, for example, is definitely not in the outskirts or in the countryside. And if they have food, for example, it's likely healthier and tastier. Restaurants are not McDonald's. And so on. And it turns out, as the guys here rightly say, you can't really tighten your belt. You can save 30%. It's realistic to save 30% when you earn a lot. If you earn $1,000, saving $300 is difficult because it's hard. You have to cut back a lot. But when you earn a lot, saving 30% is doable and good. If you agree, then write it down. It's very important to understand. It's important to value yourself. And when you start to value yourself at that moment.
As you continue to develop professionally,
What?
the growth point begins when you start to value yourself.
Yes, probably.
Yes, yes. I have also encountered devaluation. Very often.
A person simply earns as much as they agree to. Friends, those of you who go to work, for example, or have some results in business. If your salary is, for example, $1,000, it means you simply agreed to work for $1,000. A person whose salary is $2,000 does not agree to work for $1,000. Please write in the chat if you agree with this. At first glance, this is logical and very simplistic, but people don't understand it. If you are currently earning $1,000 or $2,000, then that's exactly how much you are worth right now. To decide that you are worth more and start earning more, you first need to agree with yourself that you are worth more. Each of you sitting here is worth more in reality. Using the opportunities available now, you can be worth much more, but only you are not allowing yourself to earn more. It's important to understand and live with this thought. Milena, you are not earning as much as you want. Well, as much as you want, right? Because first of all, you don't know what you want.
Yes, yes.
That's important. We've now sketched out a rough plan. Maybe it's better for you to sit down and really calculate.
And think. And
Because maybe there won't be a Lexus, maybe there will be, I don't know, a horse stable. Just an example. And from that moment, get mad at yourself and say, I have a choice. I'm Milena. I'm 20 years old. I'm beautiful. I'm smart. I'm promising. And I have a choice. Either I give up what I want and consciously live a life of norms. Well, like, I'll try now, develop a bit, live all alone there in my apartment. Then maybe I'll marry someone, for example. Maybe we'll get a bigger apartment and we'll slowly start like that. Take a loan, a mortgage. Maybe we'll buy a simple car, then maybe. And actually, I come from a very poor family myself. Just so you understand, we got a car when I was probably about 15 years old. And that car was a Moskvich. It appeared late in our family. And there weren't any big luxuries. But for people of the Soviet mindset, so to speak, it turns out that if you live gradually, then everything gradually comes to you in life. Somehow naturally. What's giggling here? But certainly we live in a different world. In this world, you can be a magician who shortens years and distances. You can decide for yourself that you want to push hard for 5 years too. From that moment, my life was different. So that I was on a different level. And for this, I need to roll up my sleeves for 5 years, as Zilia said.
Yes, yes.
And accordingly, I urge each of you to master professionally both a professional approach and professional actions in this business. Learn to work with objections. Clearly understand why you are doing business. Invite people on an industrial scale. Constantly think about where you can find more key people. Formulate the task of which important people in your life you need to attract to achieve a big result. And accordingly, make a clear plan for yourself and stick to this plan. In our teams, we take such reports every week, creating them with leaders to drive progress forward. And this is very important because giving up on a dream is easy at first glance, but very difficult for a lifetime. Do you understand? Very difficult for a lifetime. Starting a business seems difficult, but it's very easy for a lifetime. Think about this moment. Even those of you who currently have a business that isn't working out. Those of you who started and encountered some of you disappointing experiences. Remember this simple thing. You greatly overestimate what you can achieve in the first year of business and greatly underestimate what you can achieve in 5. Because there's such a thing as progression. With a properly structured business, you start to see exponential growth. Well, that is to say, more, not proportionally. So, friends, what I would like to convey to you, this tool is called a reader. I hope each of you will consider what is needed. And in meetings, you can use this. A person comes in, you say, listen, have you ever thought about what you really want? Well, like changing your car or doing renovations at the cottage and so on. Let's calculate. Just calculate what you need. And then ask yourself, is this what you truly want? Or is it something you feel forced to agree to? You understand, right? That is, well, no, as they say, there are no other options. So now we want this kind of car. Not a Mercedes, but for example, a Priora or Vesta. Yes, they are also good cars in their price segment. But maybe we would like a Mercedes, but we want a Vesta. Why? We limit ourselves. But if you ask the question,
Opportunities. Yes, Emelina?
I say we proceed from our capabilities. It should be the other way around.
Yes.
We should not adjust needs to fit capabilities. We should stretch capabilities to meet needs. Do you understand? Like a toast in a Soviet film. I can buy a goat, but I have no desire. I want to buy a cow, but I have no opportunity. So let's drink to our desires, matching our capabilities. A very deep philosophical thought, actually. A very deep philosophical thought. I sincerely wish each of you to meet someone and say, look, this is what I've decided for myself. For example, I've outlined I want this, this, and this. For this, I need to earn this much. Let's see what you want. Because often a person will resist you and give excuses because they are not thinking with their own mind. They heard it somewhere. About pyramids, about crypto. This crypto, it's all a scam. Oh, there, something else. Lots of arguments. You can throw in a lot of arguments. But when you consider how this can change your life, then those arguments become irrelevant. And his life personally, talk more often with the person at the meeting about his life, about how you change your own. And this is a powerful tool. So let's go back. Let's fixate on the first thing. We sit down and calculate how much is needed. How much everyone wants. The most standard repairs. That is, apartment, design, car, travel, and some additional dream. This is the basis that almost everyone has. Almost everyone. Even if a person says, yes, I have an apartment, basically, I don't know, inherited from my grandmother, for example. Then, well, ask the question, did you always want to live where your grandmother lived, for example, or something else? I can sell it and add, well, fine, sell an ad. But still, let's calculate how much money is needed. And the numbers always turn out to be in the tens of years. People always live in an illusion. And when they get hit on the head with a clop, they're like, oh, so my worldview is unattainable. And then let's see how much needs to be saved, how much needs to be set aside to achieve it in 5 years. Milena is 20. In 20 years, she will be still very young. For example, I'm 40. In 5 years, I will be a little less young than Milena. And for some of those present here, just a little bit more. And we don't have time to save for hundreds of years ahead. We need to be rich, successful, and happy now, so that we can start helping with our example and accordingly financially support our relatives, loved ones, send children to universities, grandchildren, send them to universities, and so on. Therefore, friends, please calculate how much you need to earn to have this. What you need, and agree with your superior mentor that you want to work on this task, and when you will know the task of your people and your mentor will work on your task, there your work will proceed very efficiently and you will sit down together. So I need to reach an income of $5,000. Currently, it's $1,000. Let's, well, at least aim for 2,000. Now we'll reach 3 and so on. Do you understand, Milena?
Yes, of course.
So what is the situation with Milena right now? If there are no signed up people, the first task is to learn how to sign up 2, 3, 4 people.
That's exactly the question I wanted to ask. Where can I find these people? And how can I interest them to join the company? Because there were acquaintances I talked to, and as you said, crypto, it's a scam, even though I say there's a license. It's all official, legalized. They still don't understand, so well, they're not interested. And how to attract people so that they join?
The first thing is to make a decision. Making a decision is the most important thing. When in your eyes there is a decision, when they understand that you may not fully understand all the details, but you have made a decision and you are moving towards your goal, then people start to be drawn to you. Because in this world, there are many stories about people whom others follow. This is inherent in human nature. You also came because you saw some decision in the eyes of the person who invited you. Yes. Yes. So, first of all, you need to stop mumbling. Well, this is important. This is not a question for Milena of this celebration. This is a question for everyone. You can be a 50 or 60-year-old major entrepreneur. But when a person comes to you and starts signing up for network marketing, you begin. As I said, first of all, we have training here, as previously mentioned. You need to learn how to make a presentation. Talk about the business. You need to understand why you're doing this. You can even start with that. There, Natasha, hi. So we met. Look, I kind of sat down, thought about it, and realized what I want from this for people. Interestingly, by the way, yes, I want an apartment to travel. And for all this, I need over $400,000. And where will you get it? Is there an option? There's an option. Is it related to your topic? Yes. How? Do you understand? If most objections? Look, friends. By the way, a respected lab worker writes, people always test us on the seriousness of our decision or intention. So, friends, please, those of you who have signed people up, have you noticed that when you are absolutely confident, you even get fewer objections? But when you mumble, you're bombarded with questions and deals don't happen. Please write.
Yes, that has happened.
Of course.
Well, not in this one. Not in this field, but in another field it has happened. When you speak with confidence, knowing what you're talking about.
When a boy goes to meet a girl and he's like, B, he also gets rejected. More often than this. And then it starts. If there is confidence in the company, in the team, then the technical aspects follow. Give a presentation. Show examples of people who succeed. Add to a chat. Invite to a presentation or some other aspect. Use the power of the team. But that's a different training for us. We won't dwell on that here now. It would be great if you work on this with your superior, because your superior has 100% of the signings. As far as I understand, you have Dmitry Zulkanayev, your superior leader.
Yes, exactly.
Dmitry Zulkanayev is doing serious things.
I know.
So let's kind of get in touch with him.
With Christina, his wife, we talked almost literally just the other day. We need to schedule a call
And well, discuss 144.
P1, all the points. 144. Years. You won't look as great as you do now, nor think as clearly, nor feel the same again. Let's not wait for you to have a Lexus. You have God 144. You won't need it in Crimea at that time. So let's focus, friends, those of you who also haven't reached your goals and so on. Let's go. Consider your business, consider your life, consider your goals. We're getting into marketing, the plan. Everything is clear. If there are any uncertainties, talk to the marketing plan. Be sure to contact your superior and ask them to explain it. How much work do I need to do structurally with the team to earn just this much, just that much? Each of you has your own tasks. But even a person who wants a Sony PlayStation, a good tent, a Niva, and trip to Altai, even he can achieve his goals here in our company. Do you understand? And maybe by achieving them, not in 5 years, but a bit faster, he will set bigger goals for himself. Because what you need to understand first and foremost, this company provides the opportunity to realize your dreams and the dreams of your people. Think about it. You are offering the chance to realize dreams. You are a magician. There you go. A house by the sea without a mortgage. Amazing. A loan, a car without a loan. Yes. If you don't write to your mentor, he will think you don't need him. The business is absolutely right. So friends, let's assign homework to outline what is needed. Outline your dreams, make a plan, and decide to do business. Give up on the dream. You can always do that later, but business needs to be done right now. We have an event coming up soon. We have a big one coming. International major movements, and it should not pass you by. So, friends, all the best. My strongest wishes to you may this Sunday be spent relaxing with your family, but maybe you can discuss with your family what you want to achieve. And from this Monday, you will start doing business. Not what you did before, but you will start doing business for real, making a pact with yourself, making an agreement with yourself. There is nothing more important. You can deceive anyone, but not yourself. All the best, successful and fruitful next 5 years to you, and may many dreams come true. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.